Before we get to the battles, I want to shout out Ridge, who has been sponsoring my channel for over 6 months, and all the people who have supported me through this. I've been using my Ridge wallet for over half a year now, and it's been such a great upgrade from my old wallet that was really heavy and chunky. After having this wallet for a long time, it's retained its strength, style, and I basically use it every day. I feel safe going anywhere with my bank card, as the Ridge wallet has built-in RFID blocking to stop any scammers. This titanium wallet is durable, stylish, and very minimalistic. The Ridge wallet comes in a variety of styles for you to choose what suits you the best. As well as this great wallet, Ridge had so many other great products like this durable keychain, ripstop drink sleeve, and field notes if you're out in the go and about exploring. Ridge is confident you enjoy this product with over 30,000 5-star reviews. You get free shipping, free returns if you don't like it, and a lifetime guarantee. Get this wallet and other great products by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. That's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE for 10% off. Link in the description. What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a 64 times weakness Pokemon team. Yes, a 64 times weakness team. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Generation 8 has given a couple more new things, and I want to implement this on a team for a very, very long time. Now, today's battle is going to be a little bit different from normal because we've only got one battle, and it's going to be a doubles battle. So I know a lot of you did like those doubles battles I used to do at the end of Gen 7. So maybe if we get enough people saying in the comments that they like it, and enough likes and stuff on the video, we can get that sort of thing going, maybe a little bit more. So we got a Trevenant and a Frostmoth lead here. We got a double and a Corsola lead here. I'm going to explain how I can get my Pokemon, being Frostmoth in this stage, to 64 times weak to a certain move. Okay, so Trevenant's going to have Forest Curse. At the start, right, we got Frostmoth. I hope you like that nickname, by the way. Wink, wink. Frostmoth is obviously 4 times weak to fire already. So we got the Bug and the Ice type. Also, it's a new Pokemon too. And I couldn't have a Grass type Pokemon either. So I had to add this Grass typing Forest Curse from Trevenant to make it a, obviously we got a 4 times, now we got a 8 times after I dropped that Forest Curse. Now, Double's going to go for the Cotton Guard here. As soon as I seen Cotton Guard, I thought, okay, they're probably going to use Body Press. Body Press is a really strong move. What it does, if it actually bases its attack strength on the defense. So you can boost up your defense, and it's like using Sword Dance, right? But you're using your defense instead. So you use Cotton Guard instead of Sword Dance. Anyway, so I'm going to add that Grass typing to Tinder there, and Tinder's going to become 8 times weak to fire. So speaking of fire there, we got a Will-O-Wisp coming from the Corsola. Now, Corsola and Double are fairly bulky. Now, the whole strategy, right, was to keep the Frostmoth on the field and continually make it more weak and weak to one type of move. So Trevenant here has pretty much done everything that it can or needs to do. But I don't want to swap into my other Pokemon just yet. I've seen a couple of Pokemon that have at the moment, and there's a really, really big threat to my Frostmoth there. And man, I've got such a good strategy to get around 5-type Pokemon, so make sure you continue to watch this. This person took a long while to make their moves as well, like a really, really long while, but it's all good. It gives me a chance to explain this a little bit more. So we got a Dynamax Pokemon, like right at the start here. I was like, okay, what's this going to be? And I didn't think it would be Corsola, because Corsola's, it's not very much an offensive Pokemon, it's more of a stolly one. And we got the Double. So Double is going to be a big old sheep here. I'm actually not sure whether I like these shiny Double. It's kind of cool. I prefer shiny wool. It looks a little bit better in my opinion. Anyway, so we got a Protect here from my Tinder. I don't want to get hit by any moves at this stage. I've got the 8 times weakness, but there's a lot of more things that have to fall in place for me to get that 64 times weakness. So I'm going to hit there by the, I'm trying to think of like a physical dark move. I'm assuming it's a physical dark move. I'd say like Payback or something like that. And it's going to drop the special defense of both Pokemon on the field. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Now, I do have the Quiver Dance, which can boost that up again, and that's also going to boost my offensive stats too. But before I could really do anything with my Frostmoth, I had to make it that it was 64 times weakness to one type of move. That was sort of like the challenge for this team. So I'm going to get hit pretty hard by that, I say it was a Payback or Dynamax Payback. And I was thinking, okay, well, they've used one turn up with their Dynamax, right? That's kind of bad because there's still more turns I've got to stall that. So I thought if I go for a Protect, judging on the damage I did before, I should be able to live that one. And if Corsola does attack me as well, well, it's fine. I should be able to live one more turn. And then if they want to finish me off, that'll be the Dynamaxing over. And hopefully they won't go for my Frostmoth. Frostmoth doesn't seem to be too threatening at the moment because all I've really done is Infestation. Now, Infestation was already there to trap in the opponent's Pokemon too. And if you guys don't know, the ability that I was hoping that this double had was Fluffy. Now, I did have another way of getting Fluffy onto one of my other Pokemon, but in this battle, I actually didn't bring it because I kept getting countered and I needed like another extra Pokemon to help out my team. But I'll explain more on that a little bit later as the battle goes on, as it makes a little bit more sense. So we're going to get our special events dropped. I think that's nearly for the third time there. And we're going to hit the double with the Infestation, trapping it in. Pretty much just wanted to trap them in there, and so that, that double couldn't escape. So I had another Pokemon waiting to swap into that. So Trevor at the moment is definitely dead weight. There's nothing else that I need for it to do. Its shiny actually looks like really, really cool too. Like a lot of the new Pokemon look great with their shinies. So the infestation takes a long while too, especially when there's like 2 of them on the field. The turn lasts for a very long time. So all I got to do here is just go for any move. I go for Leech Seed. It doesn't really matter. And I was thinking, should I go for a Quiver Dance here or should I just keep going for Protect? What I want to do is I don't really want to make Frostmoth like a threatening target. Like if I start using Quiver Dances, right, they're going to start like gunning for me, right? That was sort of like my strategy anyway. And also I was thinking about having some Follow Me Pokemon. Normally I have Follow Me Pokemon, but this time I wanted to do something like a little bit different. I've got something absolutely amazing for especially for the fire types. So anyway, my Trevenant is going to go down to the, I'd say that it was going to be like a payback there. And it was a crit too, so I'm glad that crit didn't happen while I was protecting. I'm not sure if that would have taken me out. Would have got very close. I'd say I probably would have gone down to the burn damage. So we got a Nightshade here from the Corsola. They were really trying to get rid of my Trevenant. And I'm going to block that one with Protect. Now, the Pokemon I want to bring in now, right, is going to be a Pokemon that can steal or copy the opponent's ability. In this case, we're going to be using Tracy, the Tracer. So what she's going to do, right, is she's going to trace that Fluffy, right? That nice fluffy fur. Man, I'm thinking like, actually, that would be a pretty good, like, that'd be a pretty good Pokemon to ride on, right? You could grab its horns, you could just ride around on it. Be like super, super fun. So on this one, I've got the Quiver Dance set. I thought, let's go for Quiver Dance now. At least I can make up some of those special defense moves. And I want to get a little bit faster too, because Gardevoir is actually going to use Skill Swap on my Pokemon. And we're going to swap abilities, right? So I've got Icy Scales on this one at the moment, which is a good ability. But I want to get Fluffy right now. Fluffy obviously is going to add to that layer of me being even weaker to fire. So that is going to give me, right, we're at 8 times weakness to fire now. That is going to give me a 16 times weakness to fire. So we're sort of at the range where we were, maybe like a video I did later on, like probably, like, I can't remember, it's probably like a few months ago now, probably 6 or 8 months ago, I did a 16 times weakness aim. So this is very, very similar to that, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. But we need to push it further than that. So we've still got 2 more stages of weakness to get past. So what we're going to do is go for the Quiver Dance there, boosting my stats a little bit, my special attack, and my special defense, which is already like very, very low, like exceptionally low now that I've lost, we're going to be losing the Icy Scales. So Gardevoir is obviously giving me its ability now with the ability it got from the double. Now, you definitely could do this with a double on your team too. Say you had a Gardevoir and a double out. You could do that as well. I thought it'd just be nice getting it from the opponent. And I didn't actually always plan on coming across a double or a Beware either. I still had a way of getting it up to 32 times weakness too. So it wasn't like I wasn't sure whether I could get the full 64 or not. But anyway, let's keep going anyway. So we got another Protect there. Tracy's going to go for a Memento on the Duraludon, and that's going to drop its stats, its attack and special attack, whatever set it's running. Usually they run special attacking ones, and we're going to get that off the field. So that's all I really wanted to do. Give the ability to the Frostmoth and get it off the field as soon as possible, and drop the opponent's stats too. So we're going to be protecting on that one, and we're going to be, man, if I go hit that with that Flash Cannon, then I would have got absolutely bodied. So Double is still getting some damage there from the Infestation, which is going to be pretty handy. And now the Safeguard is going to run out. So now we got a terrible pun coming in here, and I'll let you know why I called that terrible pun. We've got Tar Shot. So Tar Shot is a new move. It actually gives you a weakness to fire as well, like an extra weakness. So I was like, so it's a really, really cool move. So it gives you an extra weakness to fire. So what that's going to do is that's, once again, we're at 16 times weakness to fire. That is going to now make it 32 times weak to fire. I think about Tar Shot too, it also drops your speed when you use it on another Pokemon. So we got to protect here from the double. Obviously, it's going to wanting to see what my Colossal is going to use. This Colossal is a very passive. They've got a double protect there. So probably thinking I'm definitely going to use some sort of fire type move, right? And Duraludon's stats are dropped too. So going for another Quiver Dance on this set. I was very thankful I didn't get attacked there. I would have got wrecked. And my special defense is starting to grow a little bit, which is good. So using Tar Shot there, it's going to drop the speed of my Tinder, but I'm going to become weaker to fire once again. So now we're at 32 times weakness. So at the moment, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. we're at 32 times weakness. This is pretty much what I wanted to achieve. Like, this was sort of like the height of, the pinnacle of like what I was trying to do, but it gets even further as the battle goes on. I won't say anything just yet. And it's quite simple too. So we got another Quiver Dance on my Frostmoth here, and Colossal pretty much can't do a lot of damage here. I'm pretty much all good to go and start sweeping with Blizzard. That was sort of the idea. I get the 32 times weakness, or in this case, the 32 times at the moment, and, you know, start sweeping. So now we've got Torkoal coming in, and Torkoal's got the Drought ability. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, wait, so we got the Drought on the field now. Fire-type moves are 50% more effective, right? They get a 50% boost. That means I'm actually, instead of 32 times weak, I'll be 64 times weak to fire. That is crazy. Like, that is insane. So anyway, we got a body press from the double there. And man, Colossal, I would have done, that was a critical hit, man. That would have probably taken out like 6 Colossal. So down goes the Colossal there. I've got a couple of Quiver Dances up, which are really good now. So now this is probably the best set I've got on my team. You watch this. This is so funny. Now, I've got an Ally Switch Flash Fire set, right? That's pretty nice to get around fire types. However, I brought something that's so trolly. We got an Imprison Heat Wave set. So what the idea was, I was hoping, this is more of a hoping set, right? If you come across a fire opponent, right, if they've got Heat Wave or Overheat, say you use Imprison, right, they will not be able to use a fire type move. It'll be sealed, right? They won't be able to use it. So I thought, okay, well, Heat Wave's very popular in doubles, right? So that's a good move to use. And I was thinking, should I go for Fire Blast or Flamethrower, or just throw in like a random move? So I decided to throw an Overheat as a random, right? I thought that Flamethrower or Fire Blast may be a little bit more viable, that more people would use that. But I thought, you know, Heat Wave's probably going to get used a lot of the time. So I'll go with that and a random one. So anyway, we're going to go for a Protect here on the Frostmoth. And we got a Heat Wave from Chandelure. Chandelure is going to take out the double. I had to take that Pokemon out. It was very, very scary with all those boosts in defense. So that's one Pokemon down, which is nice. So now we got Overheat, and I was like, oh my god, it's got Overheat. I can seal it with Imprison. So I wasn't even prepared for this to like work, right? I thought it might have like, shit, it could have like Eruption, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, anything, or Heat Wave itself. So Heat Wave is another really good like counter to those follow me strategies that I used to do. So I thought, let's get something that's even better. So now we got the Toxapex coming out. As you can see, they had quite a stally little core there with the Core Solar and the Toxapex as well. So now I can go for Imprison. What Imprison does, as well as doing a little stamp on the screen, if the opponent shares the move that you've got, right, and you used Imprison, they will not be able to use the move, which is like a super, it's very, it's something you never ever have to really use, right? But in this case, if you think about it, it's actually pretty smart, because my biggest weakness at the moment is fire. So if I could pick some of the most popular fire type moves in doubles, well, mainly Heat Wave. I say Overheat really was Overheat. Well, I'm going to say this right now. Overheat was a complete fluke. I was more hoping for like Heat Wave, right? So anyway, it worked out like absolutely brilliantly. I'm going to go for the Imprison. They were taking a very long time to make the moves. I'm thinking they were like, what is this kid doing, right? They're like, what is he actually doing? I don't think they actually realized what I was trying to do. Anyway, so going for another Quiver Dance here. Toxapex has got about as much presence as a Shuckle. And we got Imprison here. And what we're going to do is we're going to Imprison the other two Pokemon. So we're going to seal their move. If they try and use any moves, it's not going to work. So we got the Toxapex going for a Toxic here on my Frostmoth, which is actually fine, because the item I was carrying on my Frostmoth was a Lumberry. So I thought that'd be, you know, say if there wasn't a safeguard around, one of my Pokemon didn't do it, it wouldn't work. So as you can see there, the Overheat was sealed and it didn't work. Their fate was sealed. So this this Torkoal, right, it can't use its fire type move. Now I'm not sure, right, if it's got another fire type move, say if it's got Overheat and Flamethrower, or it's only got one. I was really hoping that if it did have another one, it had Heat Wave as well. So this was sort of like the crunch time. Did it have it or not? If it had it, like, I was going to be going down to an Ember here, like, real talk. So I was doing like a big think here at the moment what I should do. Should I swap it out, or should I attack? Now, the item on my Chandelure was a Jetpack, so I've got an Overheat, right? So what I can do, right, especially since this Drought's out at the moment, I could go for an Overheat, use that move. It's very, very powerful. I want to use it on Torkoal. I know that it'll probably actually get very close to taking it out as well. Torkoal's a big problem, you know, for my Frostmoth. If it does come in later and I don't have my Chandelure to Imprison it again, you know, that could be like really like a really like worrying thing too. So we're going to have the Torkoal with Rotate. Clearly it had nothing to hit my Frostmoth with, which was absolutely amazing. Like, Chandelure in prison completely countered that, which is so good. And now we're going to go for another Quiver Dance here and boost our special defense and special attack and, of course, speed. So Duraludon is going to get absolutely wrecked here. I went for the Overheat. Overheat is going to land too. So I've got the Eject Pack, right? So once I fired off my Overheat, I thought this would be a good strategy, right? As well as having all the strategies that I had before, if the opponent didn't have to swap out like the Torkoal would, I could overheat the Pokemon coming in, eject myself out of the battle, and that way I'd be, you know, I'd be ready to swap it back in if I need to use like another Imprison. So the last Pokemon we got on my team is very handy there. Unfortunately, the Toxapex didn't use the Toxic on the Magic Bounce set, which would have been great, but I think they sort of predicted what I was going to do there. I don't know if they predicted that at Eject Pack, but maybe they thought that I was going to swap. So anyway, my Frostmoth is poisoned. It's fine though, because I do have Aromatherapy on this set, which is going to be very, very good. Also, in this, after I finish this battle, please stick around, because I'm going to give a in-depth EV and nature explanation on this team. So just trying something out new if you people want to see that. So we got on this one, Magic Powder, Aromatherapy, Helping Hand, and Life Dew. Some really new cool moves. Life Dew heals both people. Helping Hand will boost the power. You can clap your hands, people, and boost your allies' moves. And also we got Magic Powder too. So if we come across any Pokemon that resist Blizzard, right, I can turn them into a Psychic type and then, you know, Blizzard away, which would be really, really nice as well. Especially against bulky Pokemon like Toxapex. Like, this thing is very, very bulky. You guys have probably come across like 1,000 of them. So they were taking like an absurd amount of time here to make their move. Like, they were really, really slow. So now Very Handy's going to go. Is that actually a hand? People in the comment section, is that a hand or is it not a hand? I feel like it's not a hand. It's sort of like, because with Hatterene, right, if you've seen it faint, it opens up, it's got like a little suit thing on. Not a suit, I can't remember like the exact word for it, but it opens up, it's like a really little skinny body inside of it. So we're going to take out the Corsola, which is really nice. So Toxapex is going to protect that one. Things are looking really, really good here at the moment. So we've only got another Pokemon which is weak to Blizzard, which I was thinking, well, that's definitely not going to come in. That's going to get outspent and wrecked. The Torkoal's going to have to come back in here, right? Because I'm going to have to swap back in and go for another Imprison, or I could just attack it, because I've got a lot of Quiver Dances up by now, and with a Helping Hand from the Hatterene, it's going to do a lot of damage. So now we went back to 32 times weakness, and now we're back to 64 times weak to fire again. Oh, also another thing, you're probably wondering why the opponent's Pokemon are below, or you've already figured out why it's been done. I had to get the opponent's Pokemon put below there instead of like in line with the other one, because I was covering up the second Pokemon's name and health bar too. So I wanted that to be a little bit more clear why the battle was going on, so I wasn't like guessing, and you guys weren't guessing what the opponent's health was. So now we're going to go for a Helping Hand there on the Frostmoth again. I'm just going to keep spamming Blizzard as hard as I can spam it, and it connects on both of them, which is really good. Torkoal gets absolutely decimated, and man, look at the damage it did to Toxapex. That was absolutely like crazy there. So now Toxapex is going to stall and go for a recover, and I've got to get past this Toxapex. Like, I know that I can two-hit it, and also I haven't Dynamax yet either, so I thought, this is going to be good. I can get that Dynamax going, and I can get the damage from Hail going as well, and, you know, I've got Helping Hand, and the opponent doesn't know that I've got Aromatherapy either. Like, I haven't revealed yet, just yet. I didn't want to reveal it straight away, right? I wanted to see what they're going to, you know, try and do. So now we got the Rotom Mower coming out. Blizzard is going to absolutely destroy that. I was thinking the only thing that could mess me up if that had, like, Trick and Choice Scarf. Should I risk going for another, like a Blizzard or something like that, or not? Or should I go for another Quiver Dance to get 6 up? Say if they did have it, I was thinking if I could Quiver Dance and I'll Dynamax after that, and that should be enough turns to completely take out if I do get tricked like an item. So I'm not sure if you noticed just then, 3 minutes for the battle actually came up on the screen. So I needed a little bit of time to take out the Toxapex, right? It was like, it was such a long battle. Like you can see how long they were taking in their turns. I pretty much didn't edit anything of this out. Like, I wanted to show you how long they were taking. The only parts I edited out, I'm pretty sure were just me going into my bag and picking my Pokemon. So, going for another Quiver Dance there. I want to make sure I can body this Toxapex in one shot. So, it's got no chance at all to go for a recover and heal itself off. So, we got a Leaf Storm there. That's not going to do anything. When I'm thinking about Rotom Mower as well, Thunderbolt's not going to do anything. Leaf Storm's not going to do anything. They've probably got a status move, and maybe they've got Volt Switch as well. So they really have no moves to use against me at all. So now this is where I was expecting a DC when I use the aromatherapy. That's going to heal up the poison on my Frostmoth. And now we've got 2 minutes to go in the battle. But they're in a lot of trouble. I've got +6 in special attack and special defense. Well, almost special defense. I think I got +3 in special defense due to all the drops at the start. And I've got +5 in speed. So now I can go for a helping hand, right? And I can just go for a Dynamax here and go for a Max Hailstorm and finish off this Rotom. I'm going to get Rotom out of the way first because that's super easy. And then I can, get rid of the Toxapex. That was sort of like my goal at this point in the game. Oh, I didn't actually have to Dynamax here, but I thought I may as well to get the hail going, then Blizzard won't miss, right? If I do get out of it. So now we're going to finally go for the Dynamax. It's funny, they went for the Dynamax so early, and I went for the Dynamax so late at this point in the game. Well, guys, we're on Tinder, so we may as well go for the Juice Spot, right? So we're going to have that big old Frostmoth on the field, which looks absolutely cool. And actually, I like its normal and its shiny as well. They look like super, super nice. So now we got the predictable Protect from the Toxapex. I thought they did that. And we are down under the final minutes. We got 56 seconds to go. I went for the Rotom, which is really, really good there. And there's no way that is going to live that. That would have taken every single Rotom appliance out. Toilet, shower, fucking fridge. All those sort of appliances, that would have been going down. So we got one more Pokemon left there. It's a Toxapex. It could go for Protect again, but it's very little chance it'll go off. It's a very little chance there. So I went for Magic Powder, hoping I could turn the Toxapex into a Psychic type. They've only got 28 seconds. It's GG. It doesn't matter what they do. There's no way either their Pokemon, that Toxapex can take out either of my Pokemon. It's game. We only got 19 seconds, but I didn't want to stall. I wanted to see if I could take this one out, and I just went for Max Hailstorm on the Toxapex again, and went for it there. And here we go. We got the Protect, the scummy double Protect there. It's going to fail. We go for the Max Hailstorm, and that does a lot of damage. And guess what, people? That's going to take the Toxapex out in one shot, and that one is GG, and they didn't let me win it. Come on, dude. Seriously. The thing is, right, I recorded this one live, I got them DCing, and I got them, people. There should be some sort of, there's got to be some sort of penalty for people doing that. That was so salty. I hope you enjoyed that one, people. That was a crazy battle, and let's have a little look at my team. I just want to show you what my sets were and stuff. Just a little bit of bonus stuff for the battle. But I really hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please leave a like and a comment on the video. It means the world to me, and you can probably imagine how long this battle actually took me to get. So starting off, we might as well start off with the man himself, Tinder. We got Protect, Quiver Dance, Blizzard, and Infestation. I ran Max Health and Max Defense on this one, and I also ran a Bold Nature, so I wanted to boost my defense and drop my attack. I went for a very bulky Frostmoth, so in case I did need to take a couple of hits, I could. Chandelure, which was probably my most favorite set on this team, was the Ally Switch Flash Fire set, so say there was an opportunity for me to go from Prison, but it didn't work out, I could easily go for an Ally Switch and Flash Fire, back and forth between that Frostmoth. That was purely there for me for the weakness of fire. That had no other real use on this team. And I had the Overheat and Eject Pack to get out of there too. Now, very handy was very, very handy because I could turn opponents who resisted Ice-type moves or just anything into a Psychic type. I could heal up any status. I could boost the power of Helping Hand. Also, I could heal myself off and the Frostmoth, of course, or any other Pokemon with Life Dew. We had Max Health and Max Defense there, and I gave it a Sassy Nature, more of a Trick Room kind of set there. The Shandy was Max Speed and Max Special Attack, Timid Nature. We had the Gardevoir, we had Tracy as Max Health and Max Speed, Skill Swap, Memento, Heal Pulse, and Ally Switch, and Trace to trace that Fluffy ability, or you could definitely trace your own Fluffy ability. You could skill swap your own Fluffy ability and then skill swap it back onto the other Pokemon if you wanted to. That's always an option too. I wasn't really fussed about getting that, but it added to the extra time, so it was absolutely awesome. So we had the Trevenant here, we had Forest Curse, Leech Seed, Protect, and Block wasn't on that set. I changed that one. I think, I'm trying to remember what the move, it was in the battle anyway, you guys got to see it. I had Max Health and Max Defense on that set, and I put last 4 in Special Defense. So I think I had that one as Impish or whatever, or Bold. Doesn't really matter because it had no attacking moves. Now the last one was the Tar Shot Colossal, Terrible Pun, get it guys? And we had Tar Shot, Stealth Rock, Will-O-Wisp, and Rest. pretty much its only purpose there was just to use Tar Shot on my Frostmoth and then just get fainted or swap out of the battle. I also put Air Balloon on that in case there was any like ground type moves like Earthquake and stuff like that. I could at least have a chance to get the Tar Shot off before they broke my Air Balloon and stuff like that. That's meant to have max health as well. Max health, max special defense. But that's pretty much it for this battle. Hope you really enjoyed it. It took me so long to do. Yeah, I'll catch you. I'm actually going away for a couple of days too, so I'm going to try and get some videos and stuff up for you people to watch. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, people, and have a nice day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.